A gold rally is coming as momentum is about to lead prices higher. I'm your host, Steven Van Metre, and thanks for joining me to part two of this holiday edition of the Sunday Chart Show. Well, we've got gold miners, dollars, bonds, and the energy sector. Let's kick this off with gold, where I think huge opportunity is coming because there's a big divergence building between price and momentum always leads price. Let's start out with a relative strength indicator, a momentum indicator, and what we're looking for positive momentum is a number of 40 or higher. Is sitting at 46.5. And notice it went from oversold conditions when it gets to 30, or you can just say when it gets really close to 30. And notice that momentum had been building, and we made the case that gold is going to rally a couple weeks ago, and look what happened. Price went up, and then it just came right back down. It went exactly sideways from this oversold condition, but notice momentum has been positive with just this brief dip down to 40. Otherwise, it's been positively moving higher, and that's what you want to see. And how about the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence strategy, or what we call a crossover, because all you care about is when this black line here crosses up to the upside through the red line, the signal line, and notice the momentum's building. We talked about how it doesn't have to go shooting higher. The MACD doesn't have to go rocketing up for price to follow momentum higher. And here's a great example, looking back through October and November. Momentum's building, price is rising, and now look, it's just a small cross to the downside, and then it peaked back up, and all it's telling you is momentum's building here. But again, price is sideways, and what does Momentum Timer Pro say? Well, this is a great indicator. It looks at three signals, its own internal signal. It looks for an RSI over 40 or a positive cross on the MACD. If two of those three confirm, you get a buy signal on the daily. And notice here, out of the last 10 days, you've got 8 buy signals. The coveted gold signal when a sell flips to a buy. Looking at the longer term signals, the 1 month is seen at a max signal, just moved there. How about the 3 months holding at none? If you're a longer term trader, what you're looking for now is a 3 month to move up to a minimum, and you got the 6 month at a mid, telling you that momentum is building behind this. And how about the bigger picture? We're seeing 21-day moving average price momentum to the upside, 100-day still to the upside. It never broke lower. It's just a 50-day, and that can turn. And here's your opportunity because it's seen right below all its moving averages. When that happens, you're looking for price to come at least back to the bottom of those moving averages and hopefully break higher. Let's head over to the charts. We've got the volume profile line turned on. We're seeing at the 6 month chart, but let's zoom out here to the 2 year chart and notice we talked about this before when we highlighted that gold could get a big rally here. It got down to this volume profile line at 1800 and it held. Buyers came in, and now look, buyers price comes back down. Buyers coming in at a bit higher point, and we see in the past when it gets to these deeper levels down here, you can have a big overthrow, shoot, and move higher, and that's what you're looking for here. It's holding its 200-day moving average. There's the 50-day trending down. Is looking to make a move higher. Let's zoom into the 6 month window now. And what do we see? Over the last 6 months, there's your volume profile line. Price is holding that level, gets down there. Buyers are coming in. Even over the 10-day window, you can see it's just sellers a bit to the upside, but buyers are building strength here. There's still positive signs going on. I think you see a big move higher in gold coming, and I think the market wants it. All right, let's take a look at gold miners because we may be seeing a similar pattern there. Let's look at the RSI. We noticed the price went up and came back down, and now it's trying to find a bottom here and look at relative strength. You notice it went from oversold conditions. You can see it very clearly here, and look at it, momentum built. We made a case last week that miners are going to rally, and what happened? Price went down. In fact, it's been sideways since we saw this oversold condition, telling us momentum is building here. But price is not following. And how about the MACD? Same story here. You got this cross. Now you see price going sideways or down a little bit. Momentum building. Notice the divergence. Momentum leads price higher. That's what you want to see for at least a short-term trade. How about Momentum Timer Pro? All you got to do is sign up. It's free. I'll put a link in the corner and the description below. Wait for that sell signal to flip to a buy. And you already know that based on these signals here, the 1, 3, and 6 month, it's in more of an uptrend over the long term than it is a downtrend. That is a good sign. Look at the bigger signals here. Price on the moving averages is headed lower, but notice it's still below all of them, like gold. And there's, again, the opportunity. You get deeply or below these moving averages, and there's some upside thrust that comes as the market looks to reconfirm its moving averages. So some positive signs there. Let's look at GDX, see what's going on. And we're back at that 2-year mark. And notice that we've got a lot of support here. We talked about every time it gets down here into this $30 price range, you see support, and what happens? You get a move higher. So what you could be immediately looking for is a move back up to 35 here, where we see the 2-year volume profile. Maybe it breaks through and you get a bigger move up into the high 30s, maybe back even up to 40. Let's zoom into the 6-month range, and what do you see? Right now, price is a little bit lower there, but again, people have been buying this over the last 6 months, so telling you buyers are definitely below here. How about the 10-day volume profile? Notice there's your buyers zooming into the short term, 1, 2, 3 trading days, 4. There you go. That's telling you that the bulls are building positions here, looking to take price higher. Now, how about silver? Do we see a similar story in silver? Well, we do see momentum building. And notice how price is going sideways. So this is a good sign. We go from oversold, momentum building. You want to see momentum rising and price going the other direction, telling you that price makes a reversal. How about the MACD? You get a much clearer picture. You see the MACD got across here, but notice price pretty much sideways since then. But momentum is building here, and that's a good sign. Momentum Timer Pro picked this back up 2 trading days ago. It's flagging on the short term that momentum is building and getting stronger here. If you're a longer term investor, you want to wait for this 3 months to flip to a minimum. Again, there's guidebooks and videos. Sign up and you'll get the next report on Monday. 21-day moving average, price headed higher, momentum building higher on it. Again, below all the key moving averages. So you're looking for a pop in price at least to reconfirm, so particularly the 50-day or even the 100. Let's take a look at silver now and see if opportunity lies there. You've got this upside. So notice we're now making a higher high off of this bottom here, or you say a higher low. That either way you like it, it's higher than the previous bottom. That's showing the buyers are coming in at a higher price point. That's what you want. There's probably a good chance you get a confirmation against the 50-day here at some point. More likely, you notice the 200-day moving average has been acting as broad support or resistance. Notably, price has broken through there. So you're looking for kind of a move at least up to 23 here. And then if you get a bit luckier up here into the 24 where this volume profile line is, let's zoom in over the last 10 days. You see buyers coming in all below here. That's a good sign. Let's look at 30 days. You see buyers all below here. It's just a matter, buyers are accumulating positions, looking to take this higher. You can see that. I think gold's got a stronger case, but silver certainly has the opportunity to make a move higher. How about dollars? Well, sure enough, Momentum Timer Pro flagged this as momentum for the dollars continues to head higher on the RSI. It came down, slowed down. People, of course, think that time to sell. It's just because momentum slows doesn't mean it's over. It held around 40 and then started momentum built, got back up to overbought conditions, pulling back and looking to go higher. How about the MACD? Nice positive cross here, and momentum is building higher, sending price higher. Momentum Timer Pro nabbed this 6 days ago, and we talked about how this is an uptrend. And the price started, we seen sell signals. The 1 month signal dropped to none. And I said, look, if you want to buy an uptrend or add positions in an uptrend, wait for the sell to flip to a buy. And well, sure enough, that worked. Price on the moving average is now back headed higher. The 21-day flipped. We're now back above all the key moving averages. This is what you want to see in a price rally. And let's look at UUP. It flagged that buy somewhere in here. Price is higher. That's what you want. So we're on the 2-year chart looking good. Let's zoom in. Over the last 6 months, you could see, look at this, the dip. Look at where people are buying this dip. And that's what, of course, you want to find in an uptrend. Came tagged the 50-day moving average, gapped up. Momentum Timer Pro jumped on that. Price still higher, headed to the upside. Let's take a look at DXY. Again, the case for this to go higher is big, and you can see DXY is telling you the next move for the dollar is up here, 107, 108. UUP, that we don't even have enough data to say where it's going, but it's going a whole lot higher, and that is a sign of a shortage of dollars. All right, let's look at bonds. A little bit different story here. Still trying an early stage of bottoms. You notice it keeps going from oversold, back over 40s, trying to build some momentum, trying to get some people to come in and buy this thing. And look at the MACD. We saw this nice build of momentum. Price is going to the downside. So here you see momentum building. Sure, it crossed down a little bit, but it's looking like it's going to move back higher. So you see momentum building, price going the other direction. Price is telling you price is about to reverse. Momentum Prime Pro, sitting on 7 consecutive sell signals. Nothing to worry about here. If you're a trader, you might want to jump the next time it flips to a buy signal, take a swing at it. Otherwise, you might want to just hang tight and wait till the 3-month signal flips to a minimum, and that usually presents a much stronger picture because the story is red, and we know when these signals get all red, at some point there's a reversal, and that's what you're looking for to make some money off of a major reversal. And that's been red for a while, and at some point it will change. And so we look at the big picture. There's really nothing to see here on the 2-year chart. Let's zoom in on the 6-month chart, and what we're seeing is a gap down, and we're bottom building. Maybe we get a gap up, an island gap reversal at some point. Maybe price just continues up. What you're looking for this thing to do is come up and hit the 50-day moving average and try to flatten back out this 21-day moving average and form what looks to be a much bigger bottom here, and that will then take prices higher. You'll see that 3-month signal on MTP flip to a minimum then at some point as momentum builds, and that should be the early indicator of a nice price rally. And let's look at the other side of the bond trade. That's the energy sector. Went from overbought to oversold rapidly as price came crashing down and following it. That's what you want to see. Price momentum had the same direction. No signs of a slowdown here yet, other than the RSI saying, hey, watch out. And notice 21-day moving average. Now price momentum bearish dump below all the key moving averages. And what we talked about, and there's your opposite trade for the bond, is you look at when the energy sector blows up. That's great news for the bond market. And you can see it came right crashing through its 6-month volume profile line, looking like XLE is going to head even lower, perhaps down here to 71, 65-ish before it tries to find some buyers here. We'll zoom out over the 2-year mark. You see there's plenty of support deep below, but the bigger issue, you zoom out to the max weekly, and you see when the energy sector gives up, the party's over. It'll come down maybe, right into here where you see price right now in the 73, 74. Maybe it'll try to bounce in there, and it did before. And then if it doesn't hold, what it's telling you is the big players, the CEOs, board members of major oil companies are liquidating, and that tells you prices coming down, and that would be very bullish for the bond market. But you can play the energy sector the other direction if you are comfortable with the short side of the market. And with that, I'm Steve Van Metre. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being fans. Be back tomorrow for the regular show. Bye now.